Welcome to Financial Aid 101. My name is Christy Welling. I am the Associate Director of Financial Aid at Grand Rapids Community College. Today we'll be going through understanding all that's involved when paying for your college at GRCC. We'll first review filing the FAFSA, verification process, what it entails, what it means to calculating financial need, types of financial aid that are available, and GRCC payment plan. First, we'll start by filling out the FAFSA. Before filling out the FAFSA, a student and a parent, if you're a dependent student, will need an FSA ID and password. You can find this by going to studentaid.gov. The student and the parent will need different email addresses from each other when completing this process. The FSA ID and password is used to electronically sign the FAFSA. If the student's parents have no Social Security number, then they would need to print the signature page at the end of the FAFSA. Once they complete the FSA ID and password, they will go to the FAFSA application online. For fall of 2020, the student will complete the 2021 FAFSA. Again, they will go to studentaid.gov. The one thing that you will need to complete this FAFSA is 2018 IRS tax information for both yourself or your parent if you worked in 2018. You'll need Social Security numbers for yourself and your parents. Again, if your parent does not have a Social Security number, they can enter all zeros in the answer that it asks for your Social Security number. Once you complete the FAFSA, we will get information back on your FAFSA saying if you're selected for verification or not. Verification is a process that the Department of Education uses to ensure accuracy. I like to think of it like a mini audit. When you're selected for verification, which could be either by the Department of Education or by the college, we are required as an institution to collect more information from the student to verify what you put on the FAFSA is correct. About 30% of our students are selected for verification. There is a new verification process at GRCC called Student Forms. This is beginning for the 2021 year. It identifies students that are selected for verification, and it directs them to a Student Forms website. Students can find out if they're selected for verification on their online student center. If the student goes to their to-do list, they can see Student Forms. The student will then click on the Student Forms, the highlighted Student Forms website, and it will take them out to complete the task electronically. GRCC reviews the documents and then completes the verification. If the FAFSA is needed for correction, we will send a correction off. If it's not, we will then award the student. Taking a look at the cost of attendance, you will see this is also found on our website at grcc.edu/financial aid and scholarships. Our cost of attendance is out there for students to take a look at. As you will see, the cost varies based on whether the student is in district, in state, or out of state. In district are those students who live within the Kent County Intermediate School District. Those students who live in state, which is anyone outside of the Kent County Intermediate School District, but still in the state of Michigan. And then out of state, of course, is out of the state of Michigan. So you will see if a student takes 15 credit hours each semester for a total of 30 credit or contact hours, you can get an idea of how much the student will be paying for the year at GRCC. We then take this cost of attendance and we calculate how much financial need a student has. The cost of attendance, which you saw on the previous slide, minus the expected family contribution, which is derived from the FAFSA. It's a standardized formula that the Department of Education calculates to come up with an expected family contribution. So if we take this and take the cost of education minus the EFC, we will get financial need. And that is what the college, our financial aid office, that financial need is what we're using to calculate how much aid the student is eligible to receive. The types of aid that are available for students are both gift aid and self-help aid. Of course, we always want to try for the gift aid first. The grants and scholarships, that's money you don't have to pay back, but you do have to earn by attending school. Self-help aid are loans, which is money you can borrow and pay back, or there's employment on campus where students can get a job and be employed on campus to help them pay for their tuition. Federal gift aid from the FAFSA, you can receive the Pell Grant if you are eligible. It's awarded on the amount of EFC that the student has, so not everybody is eligible. It is based on the income, assets, number in family, number in college. All of that is calculated in coming up with that expected family contribution. So depending on the EFC, would see if you are eligible for a Pell Grant. This Pell Grant is then awarded to students who are eligible based on their enrollment status. The Pell Grant is only given to students who are undergraduate students, and the maximum award for 2021 is $63.45. There is also the SEOG grant, which is the Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant that is given to colleges. The priority goes to Pell Grant recipients, and annual award amounts at GRCC vary based on the EFC between $100 and $1,000 a year. State aid is another resource that students can use. Students must fill out a FAFSA to be considered for 2021 aid, state aid. There is a Michigan Competitive Scholarship that is available through the FAFSA. Students will be reviewed for this if they have an SAT score of 1200 or higher. The awards are $1,000 to Michigan public colleges, and the file must be filed by March 1st of 2020 to be considered for state aid. Some students, after the March 1st, 2020 deadline, do not file the FAFSA thinking that they're too late. So I want to just make a note here that we strongly encourage students to continue to file the FAFSA after March 1st. You can complete the FAFSA until June 30th of 2021. So it's important to know that the FAFSA can still be filed after March 1st. This is just the state aid deadline date. The Michigan Tuition Grant is only available to private colleges, not GRCC or other public institutions. The Tuition Incentive Program is one that I like to spend a little bit of time on because students can be eligible for this if they received Medicare coverage as determined by the Department of Health and Human Services, if they received it from 24 months within a 36-month consecutive month period between ages 9 and 18. So basically, if you receive this 2 out of 3 years between the ages of 9 and 18, you would be eligible for the Tuition Incentive Program. Students must be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident or an approved refugee in order to receive the TIP program. Students and parents must be Michigan residents. So the application to complete this, usually you'll do this with your high school counselor. Students will do this prior to graduating for May of 20. You can either go online under michigan.gov/SSG, or you can call 888-4GRANTS to get help with that as well. The Tuition Incentive Program, you will go out to the MISSG website and enter and create a login here. You will then fill out and create your account, putting your name and information in there. It's important to make sure that you have the correct Social Security number. If you don't have a correct Social Security number, it's okay. We can get that changed. It just seems that it can be a little more difficult if you don't start right out with the correct Social Security number. What happens after you activate your tuition incentive program? You'll need to bring a copy of your high school transcript, high school diploma, or GED to our financial aid office. We will then verify that you've graduated from the high school, and we will then give you an award. It's important for you to know that you have to be going at least half time, which is 6 credit hours, in order to receive TIP. And all awards are viewable on your online student center. Let's switch to self-help aid. Some students are eligible for the Federal Work-Study Program. These students who are eligible for the Federal Work-Study Program are also eligible for the Pell Grant. This provides part-time jobs for students with financial need, allowing them to earn money while they're going to school. There's also student loans available. That is money that students can borrow to help pay for college. Both students and parents can borrow a student loan to help to pay college expenses while in school. The maximum student loans that for an incoming freshman of a dependent student, the maximum amount you can receive is $5,500. And of course, we always encourage you to borrow only what you need. Repayment begins 6 months after you graduate or go below half-time. Again, it's important to know your limits. At each year that you go into your freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior years, you can see that you can borrow more. The undergraduate maximum level is $31,000, and you can keep track of your borrowing by going to nslds.ed.gov. GRCC has specific scholarships on our website. You can go to grcc.edu/money. We encourage students to apply for our GRCC Foundation scholarships by March 15th of 2020. That is our priority deadline. Does not by any means say that you cannot fill out this application after that date. We keep this application up through November 30th of 2020. In case there is still money coming in, or in case students aren't eligible, or maybe they drop out of college and we recoup some of that money, we would redistribute that back out. So students who applied after that date may be eligible for those scholarships in late fall. We encourage all students to complete this in order to be considered for the most money that you can receive. And remember that GRCC Foundation scholarships, DACA students are not required to fill out a FAFSA, and they can be considered for GRCC scholarships. Students ask, are there other scholarship searches, other places that I can look for money to pay for my education? Employer education benefits, either the student or the parent may have an employer that has educational benefits available, so we encourage you to ask your employer. Churches, if you're a member of a church, some churches have scholarships for students to go to college, so we encourage you to look there as well. Grand Rapids has a foundation scholarship through Kent County. We have put the website here, grfoundation.org. We encourage you to go there. One thing that we would caution you is to never pay or apply for any scholarships. Those are free scholarships. You should not have to pay for an application to a scholarship, so that's important. If you're unsure if the scholarship is a legitimate scholarship, you can contact the West Michigan Better Business Bureau. We do have a payment plan that's new at GRCC, and here's how it works. We've partnered with the Nelnet Campus Commerce to offer a tuition payment plan. And Nelnet will manage the plan and collect the payments for GRCC. This is just an option for you after you have tried the FAFSA, the Pell Grant, state grants, scholarships, and you still need a way to pay for your college. We offer this payment plan. The features of the payment plan: this runs semester by semester. All down payments are immediately processed to the students' accounts. Your payments are automatically deducted from either your bank account or your credit cards or American Express, MasterCard, Discover, Visa. There are no coupon books or billing statements, so there's no time spent writing any coupons or mailing checks in. And if you need more information on how to manage your payment plan, you can go out to our cashier website, grcc.edu/cashier and payment plan. How do you enroll in the payment plan? You would go to grcc.edu, click on current students, and enter your online center. You must be enrolled in classes in order for you to see the amount that you owe on your e-bill. You will select My Bill tile and then the term that you're looking to do the payment plan for. You would click on Pay Tuition Setup Payment Plan button. The payment plan is deducted on the 5th of every month through the ACH or through your credit debit card that you had listed. The amount of your down payment really is determined by the date that you sign up for the payment plan. You will need to know your payment plan fees. So each semester, if you're wanting to go into the payment plan, it is a $30 non-refundable enrollment fee per semester. If for any reason when they go to take the amount of payment out on the 5th of the month and there is non-sufficient funds, there is a $30 return payment fee that is charged. And if you do a credit or debit card to take those monthly payments out of, they do charge you a 2.5% service fee in addition to your enrollment fee. So do know that. Changes and updates to your course schedule and the amount that you owe. If you successfully signed up for the payment plan, your classes are automatically held. Any changes, so let's say you drop add into classes that you now wanted to get into, so you're dropping and adding, your payment will automatically be updated to reflect any changes in your amount due. That is the new part, is it's updating in real time. And you'll receive an email notification of any changes to your payment plan. If you have any questions regarding the payment plan, you can certainly contact our cashier office and they can walk you through that. Or the financial aid office also can help you. We do have a financial aid lab on campus that we can walk you through that process as well. If you have any questions at all, you're welcome to give me a call. Again, my name is Christy. My direct line is listed there. You can email me as well. Our financial aid office information is listed there as well. Oftentimes students can send email or any documents that may be needed to financial aid at grcc.edu. We are always happy to help.